In our current section of the course, our primary focus is going to be on assignment A34, which is an assignment where you can practice extracting information from autopsy data sources and also solidify your understanding of the basic configuration of your autopsy case. So this is the handout for our current homework assignment. And the reading, of course, is part 3 of our textbook data collection. So please continue reading this set of chapters, which is exactly relevant to what we're trying to do. And of course, continue with your video course and specifically analyzing data sources. So this is our handout for autopsy ingest modules. And of course, looking at the list of subjects here should look very familiar from the training video. So primarily we're just going to look at very initial basic look at data source level modules, primarily extracting information from the files. So let's open our assignment handout, which is a web form that you need to be able to fill out after examining an image of a portable media. And format of this handout generally is just an outline of a typical forensic examination report of a specific digital media. So we begin with the case number, with your name as examiner, providing what is the summary information you have about the course. Think about what kind of objectives you have to work on, and then provide the information about the image file, verification hash, computed hash and verification hash of your image, some information about the space on the drive, and of course there are some suggestions here for you to examine particular information available within autopsy. And I want you to describe what examination steps you took. Of course, in order to be able to fill in this information as you're working on the case before you even create the case, I strongly recommend that you open your notepad or just use like a scratch paper and pencil and write down specifically what you do at every point of your investigation, and keep track of every step and make a note of every type of information that comes your way, and be able to keep enough information on paper or in a notepad document somewhere that you should be able to easily recreate your steps, easily go back to where you were. So basically here you just need to keep an eye on what you do, and instead of just clicking buttons and opening files and copying and pasting something, instead develop a routine where you really take a note of every single step that you do while working through the information. So then I just want you to answer some questions specific to the case. So there are specific names that you can mention, other information, financial information, bank account information, and so forth. So there are some of these very typical focusing points that you need to be able to work on and specify everything that you find. And in the end, there comes a conclusion part where I would just want you to be able to write a few sentences or maybe a couple of paragraphs about your general understanding of your findings, whether you found any kind of criminal activity or evidence of any kind of misdoing, or anything that would support or oppose or disprove the allegations in the case. Okay, so let's scroll back to the top of this assignment, and there is a case brief handout, which is a PDF file. And of course, this document should be your foundation to specify what are your objectives in the course and what summary information is available to you. So general idea about this is a private investigator approaches you or your organization and asks you to assist him in investigating a private matter related to a specific case with a divorce, and you need to be able to examine a specific media. So the verification MD5 hash value is already given. Of course, as you work on this case, the first step in your investigation should be able to load the media into autopsy and be able to verify MD5 hash of this module, or rather, in terms of autopsy terminology, this will be your data source. Okay, so that's your first step to be able to verify this, and then just go through this handout and see what information is available. And your focus should be to search for deleted files and recover any information specific to financial records, assets, bank accounts, and things of this nature. Now, the actual forensic image you will be able to find under our link for forensic images. If you scroll down to this section right here, discarded floppy, you will be able to download a zip file with 3 images, and the one that you would like to use for this exercise is module 1-3. So module 1-3 is a DD image, which is of course a raw uncompressed image of the original portable media. So jumping back to our web form that you have to submit, make sure that you save your changes periodically to protect the work that you already done. As we begin to talk about examination steps, the first examination step should be that you acquire the image and you configure autopsy case, and you add this forensic image as your data source, and make sure that you process the basic file information, which will recover deleted files on this forensic media, and start examining the files. So that's the set of steps that I recommend that you document to begin with. And then I hope that the rest of the questions in this handout should guide you through the information and suggest what you need to be looking for in the files that you find. Be sure to provide details such as people's names, dates and times if available. Of course, specific information such as bank accounts, names of financial institutions, and anything else as specific as possible. So we need to be able to document everything in a factual manner and specify, reasonable amount of information in these spaces provided for our answers. But save all other matters such as possible communication between different parties, all other matters relevant to the course, you should be able to specify in the conclusion area. So imagine that when you submit the final result of this web form, it should look like a forensic report.